Okay, thank you very much. Hey, I just want to welcome everybody and say good morning. I'm actually in Scottsdale, Arizona on the 10th floor of the Westin Hotel looking out at an absolutely gorgeous day at Camelback Mountain, here to work with Monica and David Ward for the next couple of days and then on to Vegas. So really exciting times. And, I look out here today and it's absolutely gorgeous. There's not a cloud in the sky and it's probably already 100 degrees, so it does get a little warm here. But, it makes me think about our topic today about living life with passion and waking up every morning with a deep breath and just knowing that there's something significant that you have to do today and that you've been called to do unbelievable things in your lives. And I think once we grasp that and understand that about our lives, it does become the defining difference. And it does become that in our personal lives with our spouses or our relationships with our significant others or even with our children, in the business with our downline. And the way we drive our life, we either drive it in a stagnant sense of just living every day and just allowing whatever happens, or we decide to live our lives with passion. And that's what I want to talk about today. And those of you who I got a chance to meet and heard me speak around the country knows that that's what my life's about, and that's what I want it to be about every single day. And I never open my eyes that I don't just believe that there's something significant that's going to happen today. And I'm alert to life to try to figure out what that is and what appointments we have made for us and what's out there already awaiting us every single day. Especially with this huge mission we have with obesity and with the problems in America and the challenges, how could we not wake up every day just knowing that there's so many incredible, significant things we can do? So let me get started today, and what we're going to do is we're going to take an acronym for the word passion. But let me give you this quote to start. When a leader reaches out in passion, he is usually met with answering passion. And, when leaders, that's us, reach out in passion, then our people become engaged in the same intensity. And so a lot of our businesses are represented, as we look at them, they're represented by duplicates of us. The people that decide to live this life this way and get involved in the lives of others, it overflows on them. It's like a cup that continues to overflow and fall on the people around them. So a lot of times when I talk about owning your business, I talk about the fact is if you look in your downline and you look at the significance of how these people understand their lives and about themselves, a lot of that is a reflection of you as a leader in this business. And that's why tomorrow on the Diamond Call, I'm actually going to take the last 10 minutes with a kind of a call to action for some of the leaders of owning their life and owning their business and really determining what the next 90 to 120 to 6-month days are going to represent for them. But let's look at point number 1, P. And for the P in passion is profound significance. To be significant in the lives of others, we must believe in our own significance. Each one of us have to wake up and realize that we've been created to do mighty things, especially those of us that have the DNA. Those of us that when we talk about DNA, that determined natural ambition, when we talk about someday, some way I'm going to do something great with my life, we know that that's embedded in us. We were born with it. It was there before even our birth. We knew that we've been called, that there's so many things in our lives that we've been called to do. All of a sudden we get in the crazy network business and all of a sudden everything comes together. We start to get it. We start to realize that this is my sweet spot. This is what I'm to be doing. And once we understand that and understand our significance, then we can go out and create significance in the lives of other people. But until we have purpose in our own lives, until we grasp the fact that we do have purpose. There's a great book by Rick Warren called The Purpose-Driven Life. And in that book, it talks about the purpose of our lives. And I think once we understand our life's purpose, then we can go out and we can get involved in the lives of others. If we don't believe we're significant, if we look in the mirror and we have too much of a past that holds us back and too many things that are keeping us from moving on in our lives, then we begin to realize that we can't give anything to anybody else. It has to start with us, in every area. So we need to once we grasp that and we understand it, and a lot of it is some of us have gone through counseling and some of us are starting this personal growth program and reading the books and starting to change the way we think. And I always talk about this person on one shoulder and a person on the other shoulder, and one shoulder saying, who do you think you're fooling? There's no significance in your life. There's nothing great you've ever done. There's nothing great you will ever do. And then on the other side is this voice saying that someday you're going to do something magnificent, that you were designed for that. You were created for that. You're the poema. You're the Greek word of workmanship, of masterpiece. And once you grasp that and understand it, then we can go out and I can sit down with someone else because I'm not constantly dealing with my own issues. I'm not constantly worried about can I do something great? And that attracts people to you. That's the law of attraction. If you want to talk about a law of attraction, the word passion is the law of attraction. It is the significant part of the law of attraction that brings people to you. You love being around people that are excited about life and have purpose and a dream and where they're going. And as leaders, that's what we need to become in our life. But it's not until we look in the mirror and accept who we are and accept the fact that, yeah, we've got changing to do. And, but sometimes we need to glance over our shoulder and realize how far some of us have come. We're goal setters. I'm a goal setter. I've always been driven to accomplish more, to do more things, to do greater things with my life. But sometimes it's kind of like I get this voice saying, stop, look over your shoulder. You have done some significant things in your life. And so some of us, we need to realize that. We have to stop sometimes and glance back and say, you know what, I've done some wonderful things. I've accomplished some great things. I've overcome some incredible obstacles. And once we begin to understand that and grasp that, then we can go out and we can tell other people about their lives, and we can tell other people about their significance. And so your goal as a leader, your goal in your life, your goal in your relationships, your goal with your family, your goal in this Beachbody business is to every day create significant moments. Every single day, you're to create significant moments. And for most of us, those significant moments come in relationships. One of the talks I'm going to give next week is the glue of the business. What's the glue that holds this business together? And that glue is the relationships, yours with other people, yours with drawing people to you because of the passion in your life. But it takes us sitting down and understanding that we are significant. We're significant to our spouses. We're significant to our children. We're significant to a much greater force. We're significant to this company. I don't care if you're an emerald in the business. I don't care if you've been in the business a month, 2 months. You're not emerald yet. You are significant to this company. And now your goal is to go out and become significant in the lives of other people. But until you grasp your own, until you understand yourself that your passion is what's going to be answered by passion, once you understand that, then your business will begin to build and you will have the kind of, organization that most of you have dreamed of. Each part of our acronym today has an action step. Here's your action step for profound significance. Find a quiet place today and think about the path of your life. Dream for the future and visualize how you can be used in the lives of thousands of people, or even one person at a time. Realize and study how can I live a profound life of significance. That's your action for today. The A of passion, action, not apathy. It's time for action. I always say talk's cheap. And I know some people say, well, I appreciate you, Craig, because you don't beat around the bush. And I don't. Because what you say means nothing without the action behind it. Because we can talk a good game in this business. We can say what we're going to do. The difference is what you are doing every single day. And that's what's going to make the profound difference in the lives of people. So how dare you be apathetic about your life? How dare you sit back each day without understanding what your potential is and not going out and create the action? How dare you say, this is what I want, this is where I want to be for you and for your family and for your downline and the people around you. You make that statement of where you want to be, but how dare you sit back and stay stagnant and not go out and live significant every day with action? It's our job to empty this plate that we've been given. I believe we were all born with this giant plate full of potential, heart, soul, blessings, and all these abilities, and it sits in front of us every day. And on that plate is our ability to do magnificent things, to impact thousands of people's lives if we're just willing to start to empty the plate. And again, it's a relational thing. It's our job to empty it before we die. When you die, you know that you finished your life and you've lived it with everything you have. And so it's time for action for some of us. It's time for us to get on the field and in the game. Because I know a lot of us in this business, we get in, we have our point A to B, we get in the business, we sign up at a certain point, and then that's our birth date, and then we get to point A, and then we build, or point B, and we build it from B to C. Some of you are at point B right now, but it's time to step up. It's time to own your life in every area of your life. It's time to own your life in understanding your significance. It's time to own your life in understanding the action plan that you have for your life. And that's what we all need, is we need a plan of action. We need a mentor. We need someone we can go to and say, give me a plan of action, and I'm willing to fulfill it. Because accountability in our lives with mentors and people that we are significantly influenced by are somebody that do not get involved, do not go to a mentor that isn't filled with passion, that doesn't live every life with significance. But go and find that person, and then go out and do the action things, the things Larry talks about in the game plan. Do the exposures, do the presentations, get your customer, do the things that it takes, but mostly go out and create action. Because I've talked about it before, Scott, we're climbing the spiral staircase. Some of us are halfway up. We have two choices. We either go up or we go back down. We can't stay where we are. The tread is shrinking. And for some of you in this business, it's time for action, because that tread is shrinking, and you're not going to be able to stay there. You're going to have to move forward or go back. So the A in passion is action, not apathy. Here's your action step today. Do at least 2 exposures every day and get in 12 to 15 presentations a month. Those are your action steps. If I get in the business today and you get in the business today, whichever one of us do those things for the next 30 days, we'll have the most significant business. We'll have the most impact on people's lives. So don't say what you want to do. Go do it. Speak softly and let your action talk. Outwork your people. Be the leader to them. Outread them. Outwork them. Be the one that they look to for leadership. Be the one they come to as a mentor because they know the way you live your life. The S in passion, service to others. Our lives were made to serve others. Rick Warren every Sunday at church says it's not about you. It's not about you. It's the lives of other people. And once we understand that, we begin to realize that it isn't about us. We're in a business where we can create two things at the same time, success financially and significance in the lives of others. Most people spend 50 years of their life trying to be successful, and then all of a sudden they decide to be significant, and then figure out how they're going to do it for the next 50 years. In this business, you become a server to others. You go out and people say, how do I do exposures? I don't know what to say. Hey, just go out and meet somebody. Care enough to confront them. Care enough to speak truth into their life. Care enough to talk to them. Care enough to reach your hand out. This is a business of service. Those that are the greatest servers, and I could name some of the top leaders in this company that I'm working with personally, and the one thing that's significant about their lives is they're servers. They serve the lives of other people. Right? With boundaries. That's a key. With boundaries. They serve the lives of those that want help, that want to change, that want to grow. If you're out there today and you go, I just don't get enough help from my upline, my question is, what are you doing? Because I know the upline in this business, I know they're going to want to work with those that are willing, like Larry talks about. Work with the willing. If you're a willing person, you're going to get the help. You're going to be able to get the opportunity to grow your business. But this is a business of serving others. That's, for a lot of us, that is our sweet spot. We were born with this desire. That was me. As a young kid, I don't know what it was. I just knew I was going to do something significant, but I knew in my service to others would be the greatest significance. And I happened to find a business like you have in your hands, which a lens to the fact if I serve others, right, to whom much is given, much is required. If I go out and I serve others, you give and you receive. You give and you receive. That's a law that's thousands of years old, but it's a truth. And if we do that and we live that every day in our lives, as we grow our network, as we grow our business, as we grow our relationship, we think it's not about me. When I stand next to somebody at a coffee shop and they're standing there next to me, it's not about me. Share your dream with them. Share your life with them. Find out what they want out of life. Find out what they're about. Because most of them are hurting. They have no hope. They're dying on the inside, financially, emotionally, spiritually. There's all these things going on. But do we really care enough? Because you're in a business that's been a gift given to you, a business that allows the greatest servers to make the most money. Right, and that is, for most of us, when it's our sweet spot, when we know that's what we're supposed to, when it's the, and I'm not comparing any one of us what we do in this Beachbody business to a Mother Teresa, but Mother Teresa's sweet spot is feeding dying children. She doesn't want to do anything else. That is where she lives her life every day. When you start to gather the fact that you are doing something every single day that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're serving other people, when you grasp that in your life and hold on to it, then you are living your sweet spot. You're living the thing you were designed to do. That's where your profound significance will come from. That's what will enhance the action in your life when you get that. So the S is service to others. Your action step, before you get out of bed every single morning, think of someone you can encourage with a phone call that day. Every morning you wake up, say, okay, who in my life can I encourage today? And somebody will come to mind, or 2 or 3 people will come to mind. You'll send them an email, or you'll text them, or you'll give them a phone call. Phone calls are the best. That's your voice. And when you do that, you know what they'll say? I can't believe you called me today. I really needed to hear from you. Sometimes I'll send a text to somebody and they'll go, I can't believe that was a text you sent. I needed that today. So again, it's not about us. It's about them. Take your eyes off yourself and figure out every morning when you wake up, whether you're in Scottsdale, Arizona, looking out at a beautiful day, wake up, deep breath, and say, okay, whose life can I enhance today? The other S of passion is your soul on fire. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. If you don't feed and water your soul, it wilts. It needs to be fed every single day. People that speak truth into our life, care about us, and love us, feed our soul. Let me read that one part again. People that speak truth into our life, care about us, and love us are the ones that feed our soul. That's why we need to be around those kind of people. Spurgeon said, set yourself on fire and let the world watch you burn. If you've got a message, it says set yourself on fire and let the world watch you burn. And that soul, for all of us, we're born with a soul of again, it's the plate, it's the full, it's the soul, it's wanting to do great things with our lives. And do you know when you don't enhance that with, like, the personal stuff we do, like reading and growth and being around the winners and being around champions and being around people that want to be significant in the lives of others, that's what feeds our soul. But for many people out there today, their souls are wilting. It's never watered. You know, there's top leaders in this business, and I watch them with their group, and you know what they're doing constantly? They're pouring water on these souls. They're allowing these people to start to dream again, right? When our souls are fed, then we in turn can go out and we can give away. You know, we fan the flame of other people's souls, talking about their dreams and their potential and their significance. Once your soul is on fire, you cannot talk about the business. You cannot not talk about this business and opportunity. So for all of us, if we understand that, again, it goes back to ourselves. And that's what I love about this business is it's about you in the sense that you can every day decide to be significant. Your soul can be watered by those around you. But once it's watered and it's enhanced and it begins to grow and you begin to dream again and you begin to, you know, go to the attic and pull the dreams down and live them every single day. Once that happens in your life every single day, then you are now enhanced and engaged in and have the ability to do that in the lives of others. So become a soul waterer. Become a soul waterer. And if you do that in this business, your business will grow. But more than that, the lives of the people around you will never, ever be the same. And one of your significant things in your life you can do every day is when you leave somebody, I want them never to be the same again because you're 10 minutes with them, 5 minutes with them, 30 minutes with them. That encounter for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sitting across from a coach that's discouraged, one that's losing belief, one that's struggling, or even one that's celebrating, your 10 or 15 minutes with those people, what, have you watered their soul? So you need to become soul waterers. Action step. While in a quiet place, think about your own soul and how much it gets fed. How much do you visit it every day with the dreams in your life that were implanted within you before you were even born? Meditate often about your soul that was created to do great things and then do them. That's that quiet time every day. To sit for 10 minutes and just say, okay, you know, where am I at? Where's my heart at? Where are my dreams? Are they in the forefront of my life? Am I driving towards them every day? Am I reaching out to others? So set your soul on fire and let the world watch you burn and watch your business grow. The eye of passion, inward devotion to greatness. You need to have courage to fulfill your dream. And you know what courage comes from? Courage comes from your passion. Passion creates courage. Many times in the Old Testament it says, be strong and courageous. In the book of Joshua, be strong and courageous, be strong and courageous, be strong and courageous. You know where courage comes from? The passion of your life. And for many of you, I'm telling you, I understand. There's some single moms out there building this business. They've got kids. They're doing it by themselves. There's people that are struggling. There's people that have had all the challenges in the world. And you know what? I want to tell you people, you're courageous people. And I know that. And for some of you that are so bashful and so timid in the sense of afraid to talk to people, this business stretches you so much. It takes courage to do what you do every single day. I understand that. But when you're devoted inwardly to do great things, the courage will come. When you get around the people, the courage will come. Courageous people live every day doing the important things that they don't necessarily want to do. Courageous people live every day doing important things that they don't necessarily want to do, knowing it will pay off for good in the end. For it is now our season to go out and to do great things. So first of all, we need to understand that I want to tell you, some of you people are really courageous out there, and you're strong. And you just need to believe that about yourselves. Because with courage comes action. You know, once you have courage, there's action. And I want you to make other people courageous. Leaders create courage. You know, I think about the Braveheart scene when Mel Gibson's going back and forth before they're about to go into battle. And you know what he was speaking of was strength and courage and boldness in a cause. And that very courage just fell over on all those men. And you know, it was that leader stepping up, riding the horse in the front, and being the most courageous of all. So you know what our inward devotion to greatness is? It's courage. And I want to tell you people today, I know some of you are very courageous people, and you're doing stuff so out of your comfort zone. And you know what? It's not growing as fast as you want, but you're staying in, and you're staying in the action part of it. And you're changing you. And many of you have the courage to lose 200 pounds, 100 pounds. That takes a lot of courage. I'm sorry, it does. It takes strength. And that's exactly what you've been given, is that gift to be able to do that. Action step. Write out your dreams as if money were no issue. You know, many of you have heard me say, if you knew you couldn't fail, how big would you dream? Write out your dreams as if you could never fail. Write them down. What would they be? Put them on your bathroom mirror. Put them on your car dashboard. Put them on your refrigerator so you can see them every single day and think about them and dwell on them and realize that you can achieve these dreams. Those are the things that are going to drive your devotion to greatness, is knowing what you've been called to do, the purpose in your life, and going out and getting it. So that's your action step. Write down your dreams as if you knew you couldn't fail. The O of passion, one person with passion is better than 40 merely interested. I love this. One person with passion is better than 40 merely interested. How many people do you know in life that are just interested in life? They're just kind of sipping it. They're kind of letting it just happen, right? Whatever happens, happens. Let me just tell you something about that. Those people influence nobody's life. Those people become significant in very few people's lives because it's a matter of taking charge of your life. One person in a dream, I believe, can change a nation. It can change a home. It can change a world. It can change our business. Many of you out there that have this dream and this passion, you're one person. You're out every day doing what seems insignificant little things in your lives and the lives of so many people. For those significant moments, maybe you're on stage at Summit or you get a check for $150,000 for a bonus, whatever those are, but it's the little things you do every single day. You know, few are interested in life, in passion. Few are interested. But many of us, the one person, that's you, the person on this call, you can make a difference. That's what you got to believe. And whether you get discouraged sometimes, it takes courage. Step up again. True freedom can be achieved with this business when you do the things you don't want to do. You can also make the difference in your family's lives, your friends' lives, and the lives of those you haven't even met yet. It begins with you. You can help others have physical and financial freedom with this business. This is a gift you're giving to them. Don't ever forget about that. It goes back to this acronym today. What was our starting point? It's looking in the mirror and believing I'm significant. And once I understand that, I know what I can do as one person. And I saw it with thousands and thousands of people in my organization as I built a network business, meeting them one at a time, speaking truth into their life, encouraging them, setting their soul on fire, and helping them to get it. And a lot of what I've talked about, those of you that heard me speak on the road, I talk about you got to get it. Once you get this business, once you get it, the passion oozes out of you. People run to you because why? You get it. You get the whole story. It's not P90X. It's not just insanity. It's not Shakeology. It's not protein bars. It's not the business. It's the whole story. And that's what we have. That's the gift we have to go out and give them. Action step. Write out a list of family and friends that you want to share the gift of freedom with, and then set a date to share it with each of them. A lot of you have people right now that you still haven't sat down with and said, I need you to understand what I'm doing. I need you to really, I don't care if you get involved in business with me, but you need to understand what we're doing and the difference we're making in this country. You need to understand Beachbody, the corporate. You need to understand what they're doing and the significance they're doing and what they're doing in the lives of other people. And if you will grasp that and understand that, then I think you're going to have some real interest in what I'm doing. Don't just talk to people about it. Sit down with them and let them know how important it is to you that you spend an hour together, that they know what you're doing. And you know what? The ones that will, and the ones that won't. And the ones that the right ones will get in, and the ones who aren't the right ones won't get in. But, write down a list of family and friends that you want to share this gift of freedom with and this gift of this business with, and then set a date to go out and share it. Because, like I said earlier, if you're significant in their lives for 35, 40 minutes and you walk away, and even if they don't sign up as a Beachbody coach, they're never the same. They'll never be the same. That's why I loved making appointments. That's why I loved sharing my business, because I knew I was always speaking truth. And I knew that in that truth, in what I had to share, I knew that those people, without a doubt, would be different people and would think differently and be challenged differently than they ever had before, because I was willing to spend that time with them. Finally, the action step. Write out a list. I already covered that. Okay. The N in passion. Never, ever quit. You've heard me say it before, and I'm going to say it probably every call I do for the next 2 or 3 that I'm finishing up with. Struggle is less painful than regrets. Struggle is less painful than regrets. I remember, here's a story for you. I remember when I was in the Amway business, and I had a guy who, I went over to his house, and we used to cut out pictures of dreams, and we would put them on the refrigerator. And so I'd sit down with a couple, and cut out all these dreams, and we'd stick them on the refrigerator. And then we'd sit down with the 3 kids. He had 3 kids, this one guy I'm thinking of. And we cut out their little pictures of a pony, and we cut out all their little toys and all the things they wanted. And we stuck it on the lower part of the refrigerator so they could see it every single day. And I remember this guy calling me one night. He'd been in the business for about a year and hadn't gotten to where he expected to get, and really had worked some, but not hard enough yet. And he called me one night and he said, I'm going to quit. I think I'm going to quit this business. And I'll never forget that because it just tore my heart out. I used to always get my heart ripped out when people quit because I just wanted so much for them and for what their life was about and what I knew they could do, and having the vision to see them for what they could really become and not who they were today. But I remember him saying, I'm going to quit. And you know what I told him? And I think it was pretty strong, but I said this. I said, you know what? Don't tell me you're going to quit, because this doesn't make any difference to me. I mean, I want you in my business. I want you to grow. I want you to have all the things you want in life, but I can't make you do that. I can't change your life. You've got to decide. But the people that are the closest to you, your wife and your 3 kids, remember the night we sat and we cut all those pictures out and put them on your refrigerator? And remember the ones we cut out for your little kids and put them on the refrigerator? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to have a family meeting tonight and bring them into the refrigerator. And then first of all, I want you to bring your wife in. I want you to take the pictures on the top of the refrigerator. I want you to start peeling them off. And I want you to say, baby, remember we were going to do that? Well, you know what? That's never going to happen for us. You know, we were going to go on this trip. That's never going to happen for us. And start peeling those off and look your wife in the eye and tell her you're quitting on her. You're quitting on your kids. You're quitting on your family. You're quitting on yourself. And then I said, after you're done with that, then bring your 3 kids in and start peeling their ponies off and start peeling the stuff off the lower part of that refrigerator. Because you know what I told them? I said, let me tell you something, brother. It takes so much more courage to do that to your wife and 3 kids than it will ever take to have the endurance to finish this business and to finish this race and to accomplish this business. So you talk about being afraid. That's scary to me. That would scare me more than anybody ever saying, are you in the Amway business, or saying, are you in network marketing? That would freak me out. I couldn't sleep at night thinking about that. And I know that sounds strong, but for a lot of us, that's what we do. We get dreams and goals and things we want to do with our lives, and we talk about it, and then pretty soon it gets a little hard. It gets a little tough. And all of a sudden we back off, right? We're on that middle tread, and we start backing down the spiral staircase. And I want to challenge you all today to listen, to understand this. The struggle to get there is much less painful than the regret. And all of you will live one of those 2 things. You either take on struggle in your life, and you will grab it, and you will take it head on, and you will go at it face to face, and you will charge forward, or you'll withdraw. But when you withdraw, you will be someday 65, 70 years old, God willing, you live that long, and you will look back on your life and know that you never did what you were called to do. The greatest sadness in life is the man whose dream has died, yet he still lives. My goal for all of you is to live your life with passion, the defining difference in our lives, in our business, in every relationship we have. When we wake up in the morning and our feet hit the ground, what is it I'm to do today? What is the purpose of my life? If we can understand that, and you can grasp that, and you can embrace it, and you can get on the field and in the game, and quit sitting back and let other people play the game, you get on the field. You were designed for it. You're designed to win. It's going to take courage. It's going to take strength, but you've got to finish this task. Carl said it, one of the last SOSs, Carl stood on stage and said, I'm never quitting. I will be here for the long haul. 50 years from now, he's still going to be standing there, just excited about life. Me too. How about you? That's my question to you. How about you? Thanks, everybody, for letting me share today. Look forward to seeing some of you in Vegas over the weekend. It's going to be a great time. Can't wait to give you a hug and tell you that live your life with passion, the defining difference. Thank you.